What's up, y'all? This is Baja Pips. It's currently Sunday, May 11, 2025, 10:27 p.m. Eastern China Time. I'm going to be doing a part 2 of my backtesting video. So if you didn't see part 1, it's going to be in the description box below. It's also going to be in the end of the video. You'll be able to get a link. So I'm going to be picking up on where I left off. Y'all can see the P&L from the last most recent backtest. Took about 9 trades and I had 1 loss, 8 wins. Account history is right here. It's also displayed in the last video. Let me just move my face out the way. Yeah, it was a pretty smooth time, but it was really low movement. So I wasn't a big fan of that. And so I just fast forwarded so you can see I did end of January, beginning of February, but it was still like 10 to 20 pip ranges for each session, London and US. So I don't like trading the markets when it's really low movement. I actually like trading the markets when I have some flow for at least 30 pips or more. So I did fast forward it to the beginning of May. I started seeing that, okay, there's better movement. So we're going to trade this London session right now. And I'm going to play some music in the background and I'm going to get started. So let's put this down here. You'll be able to see everything, see how I process the information and everything. All right, so started. So part 2, here we go. So the time right here, it says 12 o'clock. So we're gonna forward the bar, 16 o'clock. And this was May, so it actually started at 15 o'clock. So push the bar back 1 hour. Okay, let's get started, y'all. Nice. This is what I like. So if you look at the last video, you didn't type of price action. We were seeing just like little choppy, teeny tiny 1 or 2 pip bars, sometimes even smaller. And the ATR, right? Y-axis. We're gonna get started. Right, here we go. A little rangy. The bulls are in control. Look for some longs. When you started. Wait for a little pullback. The thing about this is I can speed it up if I'm waiting. There's nothing I like. I'm gonna avoid selling right now because it does look pretty bullish. Only look for the buys. No short. Even if it goes down, I'm gonna avoid that. Little RB North coming in right now. Pause this. Slow it down, actually measure the bar size. Potential. Still kind of top around. Nice. Sellers are also present. Not the best, strongest, but they are present. Me, I'm just looking for longs. It would have been a nice short. I'm gonna measure this real quick, y'all. It was kind of deep, that pullback, but this is a valid long. It's just go deep on that pullback. Pops above this next bar. The problem is it's a little bit of a deep pullback, but terrible. I'll wait for a clean break. There we go. That's a nice little pop. This is a BRB North. First trade. If it goes, like I said, the pullback was a little bit deep. That's why I was like a little bit contemplating that trade, but it's okay. Trail to stop as it goes in my favor. Two more, too close to market. Got it, break even. When it moves, push up. But the partial does come back. Not too clean. All right, we get out a little partial. The buyers are struggling a bit. Quick scalp. Didn't really put much on the P&L. See if I can get another rally. Mainly looking for longs in this current time. This is a really small trigger right here. Let me measure this, make sure that, okay. Really tiny triggers. Not a big fan of that. Try this one right here. If it does reverse and hit my stop, that means sellers are stronger and they are stepping in. So I'm going to look for reversals back towards the downside. So it wasn't the strongest buy. I started seeing the volume die out with the bulls. Maybe start going to the downside, fortunately. This up. It don't hurt. Mind if I don't mind taking a loss. Maybe it misses me just by a couple pips. Right now it's kind of equal. Even buyers and sellers are currently present. So I think sellers are stepping in right now. They are. They get stopped out. I'm gonna be looking for some shorts now. Buy is not it. Let it stop me out. I always have a rule. I let it hit my stop loss. I don't tamper with the trade too much if it's going against me. I only move my stop closer to market as it goes in my favor. I do not move it back, and I don't move it when I'm in drawdown. Yeah, let it hit. Just took a quick loss. Looks like sellers are present. That will happen if the market is reaching a high or a low. Looks like we just hit highs of the day and we did reverse. So we look for some shorts. See, it's like nothing. You see that? The volume is so low in these bars. Why am I even trading this? Y-axis is there. It's pretty low. And now it wants to go up. No sweat, y'all. Irony, right? Stops me out, then it starts to go up. Bulls came back in. Session's over. I'm gonna come back. US session. Which is took a loss and a partial win and a full loss. It's going. New York Open. Started the day off a little rough in London. Okay. Ranging. Looks like we got a little bit of bears are being dominant. We look for shorts. Ooh, what is that? This ain't news. Let me update my news. Sometimes it's not more special. Not my news. Not sure why. News should be on the trail. That was definitely a news. Really short. Looking for a sell-off, but I'm chasing. I'll wait for the next rally. My type of setup. Nada, nothing in here. Right, that looks nothing in. Let me measure this. Don't take off without me. 90. 9 pips. So I don't want to get greedy. This is my flow. I like this. Win or lose, I like to see this more. These type of bars. Hate seeing this little chunky mess. Nice and clean. It flows smoother, a lot faster. That's what I like to see. Nice, nice. I want to get greedy. My target. Every time I do, most of the time it misses my target. Back is me worse. Clean. All day. Clean. Hit that. You want to hit that? Hit that. Get it? It's hesitating. Okay. I like 1.5 bar. I think it could have went, but I don't think the bar hesitates. Okay. We made that loss back. Keep going. Next rally. Happens, y'all. I want to get greedy though. Hit singles, hit doubles. Occasional home runs, but yeah. See, right after that, I did not collect my target. It would have. Y'all see. Patient. Waiting. And not getting too greedy. Do we get another short? That's my question. Or are we looking to the long side? I do a quick measurement. Not bad, y'all. I can't even see that way. Right. It's kind of bullish right now. It's kind of bullish. Okay. So we are switching to the long side. Maybe I look for some buys. Or are we still bearish? I think I'm looking for some longs now.
Stay strapped.
TC North right here. I'm gonna measure this bar. Pop right in. Don't leave without me, y'all. Too quick. Okay. Not chasing. Y'all see that. Two today. Don't want to go no more. Okay. Well, got in a little bit late. Got in. There's some news coming up. 10 minutes. I'm gonna wait. Not gonna take a trade. I'm gonna let it play out. That was a good exit. Fortunately, we do have news coming out right now. What is it? Employment Cost Index, ECI. There's a long right here, but I don't want to trade it. I want to trade during news. It can go either way. It can go way up or way down. RB North. If it does go up above this one of these bars, maybe it doesn't. See in 1 minute. Right here. Gotta measure the bar. That's why I paused it. A little deep pull back, but it is still valid.
SaveBeats.com.
There's one more thing that I want to check. If it really wants to confirm those buys, not as important. Really going up. RB North, I like it. Do it. Go towards these highs, get out right before. Another trade, y'all. Live in real time. Win or lose. I document it. What is the data telling me? It's going by what the chart is telling me. What is the chart telling me? Where are we going, chart? Let the chart be your roadmap. Blueprint. Nothing, y'all. Another dud.
Send
I
beats.
feel as if I'm moving it a little bit too close during this condition. As you can see, it's like really volatile. Just pause it for a moment. It's a little volatile. A lot of my trades, that one was a good exit right before news. But this one, not too sure. It's like price was a little too close to market. And so I'm gonna get back in on this buy. I'm gonna do like let's do this again. Not too far from my entry, as y'all can see. About 45 for 1 to 1. I do believe it's still gonna go up. I think I'm just a little too close. There we go. Thank you. Like it's just a condition it's like not really hitting. That was a nice recover. It was too close. This is a different software, by the way. This is not TradingView that I normally use. It's kind of hard to read the price. It's measuring tool. Beautiful exit. 944. So the euro got some juice in it still. I'm gonna go on to the next day. Great trading so far. We're up on the account. We do another day for y'all. And I'll probably wrap it up because it's a little bit slow. O'clock is when we start, so far back. Right. It's going, y'all. London session, day 2. Really low movement. Ew, y'all, this is terrible. Don't like it. Ooh, what is going on? Like sellers are slightly in control, but when the movement is so low, it's really hard to tell. Nope. Both sellers and buyers market. So I'm gonna buy low, sell high. We are back to super low movement. When I measure this, look at this, y'all. 13 pips. That's offensive. I don't want to trade this. I'm not touching it. I've seen the previous day and then you see this day. I'm not engaging in a 13 pip movement. I just wasting my time. I gotta squint my eyes and I gotta guess. I don't want to do that. Here we go. Wow. That's a tiny movement. This is why I did not like trading this pair at this time of the year. I want to see if I do have other pairs. Let me just change the chart. Chart. Go to new chart. Nope. On this back test, I only have EURUSD. Unfortunately, that's what I would normally do. I would change things around, and as you can see, it's really not the cleanest It's terrible. This is what I call non-tradable conditions. And I try to trade some stuff, but as you can see, it goes like right back to my entry and then it goes to my target. And it's really hard to find a good bias. And I don't like to guess. I don't like to sit here and be like, oh, it's going to go there. It's going to go there. Right now, this condition is really, really non-tradable. And if I see that price action is getting expanding, then I'll trade it. But the range is pretty much the same. This is a U.S. Open, and there's no volume coming into New York Open. So if I read the pre-market context, I'm literally sitting here. I'm like, I'm not trading euro today. That's normally how I can assess if it's going to be a more of a choppy day or not. Because I can read this. I can read the PA happening, but it's like you can barely see the body of the bars. And when that happens, like this is bearish right now. If I want to take a short, I can take a short, but it's not ideal. And so I'm not gonna trade this. I can call it out. It's not even about guessing or like being right or wrong. I would have to trail out or break even because it's not going anywhere. It's like you measure this bar size. Measure the bar for y'all. Measure this bar size. What is this? 1.2 pips. So with spread, it's like 2 pips. So you're only going for like 4 pips targets, and it's like nothing. So when you see conditions like that, see it went down 4 pips. So it would have hit my target and it's barely anything. And now you're looking, you're seeing, okay, buyers are stepping in. So maybe you want to look for some longs. You got to wait for some pullbacks. And it's all just like squinting your eyes. And I don't like trading like that. I don't like these conditions. We got 120 pips now. Maybe it expands. Okay, let me just see. That was trash just now. But maybe we get some expanding conditions. Are getting more full body. And I could look for something just for the video. I did not trade London. Not going to force a trade, but let me just let this simulate and run. And if I do see a setup, I will. I won't hesitate to take it. Right now, I do see bulls are in control. There is some news. Um, Looks like employment something. I'll see in just a moment. There's some news coming out in the U.S. So I'll probably let this run. Sellers coming in right now, but it is predominantly bullish right now. So I don't want to look for shorts. Even though there is a sell setup, I'm going to look for longs mainly. Um, High impact coming out at half an hour or so. Okay. There's a long coming in right here. There's a long. Pause it. Want to go long? I can. All right. Just to let y'all know. But for me, it's hard. I'm looking for the lows. I'm looking for the highs. I don't like it. I'm gonna skip it. But I call the short. I'm calling the long. Long, you got to trade your stop real close to market, and the market might hit it. And I don't like that. I really don't like this condition. So I sit out. Maybe we get something. I'm just gonna press the forward button until we get that news. After the news, we'll be able to see what's going on. See, it's like barely giving you anything. So now the news is coming. It did not even move the market. High impact news, non-farm employment change. So this is the week of non-farm, by the way. If y'all want to actually see me trade non-farm during this week, that's a treat. That's something that I would do. Let me fast forward it a couple days to that Friday. We got Wednesday, got Thursday. All right, let's trade non-farm employment on May, first week of May 2024. Just because I know that's going to be volume. Also, the week of non-farm, it could be a little slow getting into that. So I'm going to do a little treat for y'all. Let's get that non-farm out the way. I don't know why it's not showing up yet. Look at this hourly, make sure that it is on the news calendar. Yes, it is. Non-farm is showing up at 21:30, so I think it was daylight savings. So we're going to forward it. And yeah, 20. Nice. We have a nice question what that is. But yes, finally. So let's trade this. I'm just going to make sure that the y-axis is right. And I'm going to get going. Oh wow, 140. Wow. Yeah, see, this is different. With so many pairs to trade, you don't have to force a bias, by the way. It's like some longs are coming in. And there's still half an hour before non-farm, so I could take a trade. I'm gonna let y'all know it is possible to take a trade. It's just I'm gonna measure this bar and come a little bit late to the session. Like 4 pips. It comes close to stopping out. But you pop back on up, I don't mind taking a long. Okay. Go for 1-to-1. Take that long and let's run it. Check one thing. Might have made a slight mistake on my judgment. Yeah, it's actually bearish now. My bad, y'all. And I missed my short. It's okay. Take the L and run it back. That was my own judgment. See if I can get out at a better price. Nope. I should have went short. Apologies for that. Actually bearish. That was my own performance mistake. See, I just jumped in. I didn't even get to it. It's always important. Read pre-market context, by the way. I gave some back, but it's okay to keep running it. Like I said, this is all real time. I don't want to fabricate results. So that was my own mistake. If I took a little bit more time to assess the conditions, I would have more 100% went for it. Okay. There's always another opportunity around the corner. 15 minutes before non-farm. And with that being said, I'm going to let this run through. I don't want to touch this. Okay, now that was non-farm. So weak. Now we're bearish. So, we can start off right here. That was a big chunk gap. I want to measure this. I'm simulating. Maybe we can get a little bit more. Want to see it actually follow through and push to the downside. Bam. Okay. I'm pausing it because, as you can see, the speed is way faster. So faster per tick. I'm gonna try to get this short. Y'all see me take the losses. It's not hidden. You see me take my wins. It's not hidden. When I'm in my trade, I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not a freaking Victor Nostradamus type of guy. So I'm literally taking this live in real time in front of y'all. That was a clean drop. See if it wants to follow through, or if it's gonna be one of those choppy days. I like popping it on random times like this because you can actually see, like, it's just a random time. I fast forwarded the markets, and see, this is just a back testing day. This is how you get rid of your nerves when you're trading. So I used to have a lot of nerves when I'm entering or executing during the week, and so I hop on this, and I can actually eliminate those nerves and kind of get a good grip on things. I'm still bearish. It is a little whipsawing, chopping around the entry. Not a big fan of that, but I hold through. Trade is there, and y'all see everything. By the way, the setup that I'm taking is a BRT South. For those of you that don't know my setups, it's one of the strategies I've been working on. I actually created this one, and yeah, just thousands of executions and seeing real-time price play out. It does reverse and hit my stop. More than likely, price is going up. Unfortunately, I caught the bottom.
Zenbeats.com.
Looks like it caught the bottom. I'm not a guru, y'all. Like, I'm just a regular guy trading. But I am wrong at times. This is looking ugly for the Bears. So we pop on up. The bias is shifting. Maybe we caught a bottom. Almost hit my trailing stop. Nice. Are you guys done playing around? Beautiful. Thank you. Trail this jump. See, it doesn't want to go nowhere though. So maybe we are at a bottom. It's like my target's not far. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, this ain't nothing, y'all. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, better get down there. Stop playing with me. Junk is playing with me this whole time. Like, it doesn't want to go. So it's telling me, this is the information, by the way. I'm reading price. What are you doing? Do you want to drop or you want to keep messing around? My trailing stop is right there. Not playing around. Here's a problem. It's falling. I measure this. The stop is like 5 pips. It's barely going down 1 hour. Only went down like 3.5. I'd probably put this at 10 pips. Keep it up here. Yeah, just let it play out. I'm pretty sure it'll go, but not certain. Never certain with my moves. Messing around. We're going up, are we going down, or are we gonna stay sideways? It's gonna have to make a decision soon. Hard stop is always gonna be in place, no matter what. I'm wrong, I'm right, I'm exiting either way, right or wrong. Get me out of this mess. Are you finally gonna go down? Wow, knocked me out. What was that? That must have been some news. I don't know. I had to take the L, y'all. As soon as that, wow. This is crazy conditions. I don't know why that happened. No clue. But assuming the buyers are back in control. That's the case. Look for some longs. Then it hit my shoulder. It's weird conditions. Not sure why. But sweat it. That must have been news. I don't know if all the data is here. It must have been a speech, something. But this program doesn't have all the information. Can't really read it. I'll keep going though. Speed it up just a little bit. See, now it went all the way down. It's really tough condition right now. Wait for a little bit of pop. Still pushing on down. More high impact news. Now in like an hour. what we want to do here. So late. What happens when you have on super high speed? Give it a moment. Let me just measure this. I'm gonna stay long. Make up for those losses. Show y'all the mental resilience that I have regardless of a loss or two. Gotta keep going, keep trading. No matter what, keep on trading. Trade is just a trade. Even though there's a big old wick, I don't know what that is. It's definitely some event, but it's not phasing me. It doesn't bother me. Keep on trading. There we go. Nice. Some news coming out.
Gotta wait for another rally now.
Oops, that's my voice. All right. ISM Services PMI coming out in a few moments. Stop this, forward the bar. See if we can catch another dub before the end of the day. It's a very complicated day. That, like I said, that I don't know what that was. That was right. Check this. Like we are bullish now. Look for a long pop, slow it down. This is my last execution right here, my last trade of the day. Pretty choppy day, but it's okay. Never know what price is going to give you. Kind of have to just keep on taking it one trade at a time. Always focus on the next trade, not the last trade. That you can look at the past price action post session, but during your session, you want to focus on the next trade. Always. Right now, it's just messing around. I don't see anything clean. Waiting for a valid pullback. I don't like any of this. I'm gonna sit on my hand. Shopping around. Said I am bullish, but if I don't get in on an entry based on my strategies, I just leave it alone. Let me pour this to make the video faster. Oh, none of this. Just shopping around. Wow. There we go. Nice little pullback. Get some fun. There's a lot of things going into my process. It's not just clicking a button. I make it look simple, but there's a lot going on in my head. Looks like we may be bearish. That's how fast the bias can change. Look at those. Wait, pull back. I don't like that. Not clean. There we go. Apologies, y'all. I don't want to pause. I don't want to make it look like I'm not taking the trade, but that's my triggers. I'm just speeding up the bars just for the time purpose. All right. ATC South. Play out. Getting a little tired myself running these sessions back to back. It does take a lot of mental capital, even on a simulator. It's a lot of mental capital. I'm reducing my risk as I get closer. Nope, don't restart. Pause it. I want to measure this. This is very small. Like almost see, it's getting tiny again. I don't like that. Just gonna close this one on out at $5. And real small. Maybe we can get a better rally short into that. There we go. Hey, so gotta be quick. This like a pit, not a fan. This is a BR. This is like an RT South. Quick one, but just trying to end the day. Get up out of it. Oh no. Chopping around. Fan of this, y'all. Get that down there. Let's end the week wrong. Non-farm day. Back in the money. This is a very tough condition. I remember trading in 2024. It was crazy. Not like it. It was just really like a lot of the conditions in the euro, especially. It was like not doing much. Up out of here if it doesn't go further. One bar aggressive. Like about an R. And go down, go down. That's it. So yeah, this is what I meant by the conditions are rough. Um, just another time on the charts. 2024 was a hard year for euro dollar. It's been much easier this year, but yeah, I don't know what exactly happened right here. That's something that it's clearly a new spike. There's no way a normal size bar in this little movement moves 23 pips in 1 minute. So clearly, I was trading the news, and I don't know why this platform does not have all the data, but that's 100% a news bar, and I know that because I've been reading bars for a while, so I have to follow up on that. But if that wasn't there, if I knew that this was some sort of impactful event, I would avoid trading around this time. But it happened. And then this buy right here was my mistake because it was bearish. I should have looked for a short. So this right here was a performance based error on my end. So that's something that I have to just make sure. I already took mental note. I'm going to be working on that throughout the next day to make sure that I'm not doing that again. After that happened, you notice that I was measuring using my measure tool a lot more. I was just making sure that that mistake was not happening again. And then, like I said, this right here was definitely a event. Not sure what it was, but that was my second loss of the session. And I did hit a couple of winners. You see that there's one right here, and that was pretty clear to me what to do. And I was looking for buys. Then there's like a partial right here. You can see price didn't go anywhere. Then I did take another sell right here just now, but it's just giving me little partial profits. It's not really going anywhere because during this time of the year, that's what it was doing with euro. It was just giving partials, and like I said, low movement with the odd days where it's actually larger movement than normal. On this day, it was really low movement until that announcement. So obviously, if I was following the narrative of the day, it was low movement anyways. But I did choose a trade because it was non-farm. Had I known it was low movement before non-farm, what's one thing I can do is I can just avoid this pair altogether. Whenever I see, or any pair, whenever I see the movement like this, even if there's high impact news, it should be moving solid before the impact. If it's not, then chances are right after the high impact, it's going to give you a bunch of chop and or just difficult conditions. And that's exactly what I was trading in. But for the benefit of the doubt, I did trade that. Y'all can see I'm still up on the account, surprisingly, right? For 1-to-ones and low risk, low risk, um, no, equal reward. I was risking about 0.65% per trade, and yeah, you can still see it was a pretty solid run. Not as good as my first one on part one. These conditions were actually really tough. Oh yeah, y'all can see here April trades, April and May. So we have approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades. Out of those 11 trades, 3 of them were losers, and a bunch of them were partials. And had a couple full wins, and that brought the P&L up slightly. And yeah, like I said, this is just out of a couple of days. See, this is the fourth, the third, 3 days worth of trading. I also skipped on a couple of days. So yeah, I just like to be transparent with y'all so you can actually see the full P&L. And yeah, depending on what conditions you get, you know, obviously I would not recommend trading in conditions that are favorable for your strategies. For me, I don't like trading in super low movement, and most of the time I actually leave it alone. Looking at this pre non farm, see this movement was super low, like 12, 13 pips. Nowadays, when you look at the euro dollar, it's moving like like 30 to 40 pips. um, per session without the news, and that's okay. But the average movement of the euro 10-week average as of right now, May 11th, 2025, is about 105 pips. So take that. During this time, it was 70 pips, and there were a lot of days where it was actually only moving like 13, 15 pips. Don't let this fool you. The chart changed, but it's still, when you measure this, it's still 10.9 points, which is equate to 10.9 pips. So, like I said, I don't trade in low movement. If it's like this low, it's gonna make it way more difficult. But I just want to show y'all for skill, you know, skill purposes, like I can still trade. I can still trade it. It's just gonna give me a much harder time. But I want to just document this video just to share with y'all, and I'm just gonna archive it, let you know, like, hey, he does trade. He could trade most conditions, but when you see me not trading the Euro USD every day, it's because I'm trading something else like gold or Nasdaq or the S&P. I got plenty of pairs that I can trade outside of this. So if I see this terrible movement, I don't even care if there's non-farm. I'm just not going to touch it. Um, that's pretty much it. There's the Nasdaq usually around 9:30 a.m. New York time. The Nasdaq and S&P opens, and it's been open, but that's when it moves. And usually you get some smooth trading. And I'll watch different charts simultaneously. So I might even have like a gold or crude oil chart pulled up. And yeah, I'm just looking at multiple charts to see the PA. I do like it when it's price action looking like this pre-market. But if I'm coming in pre-market and it's looking like this, more than likely it's going to give me a lot of chop, and that's exactly what it did. But hey, transparency is key for those of you that are still struggling or studying, or even those of you that are successful and still need some sort of guidance from other full-time traders. So yeah, hopefully this makes sense. I'm gonna run this back. Another time. Just haven't done a back test video in a while. So you see part one, I caught one loss. Part two, I caught three losses. So out of a total of I can just run this back. Even with the mistakes, I made a couple performance based errors. That was my own errors. I'm human, not a computer. So let me just go back to the start of this back test. So it was actually right 30th, I believe. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, 23 trades. I had 5 losses out of 23 trades. So basically about 18 what is it? Yeah, 18 wins and 5 losses. Partial wins, full losses, partial losses. See the P&L right here, risking 0.65% from my past back testing. So even performance errors and real losses, you can see like most of my losses come from, it might be reversing, and I might have caught bottom or top in the wrong direction as it reversed. So yeah, consistency's there. I'm gonna run this back another time, but it is currently 11:32 p.m. over here, and I do trade tomorrow on Monday. So thank you all for tuning in. Those of you that are watching, I'm up about 2% and some change on this account, and yeah, this is just a few trading days. See, risking a little bit over 0.5%, wins and losses included, and partials. I'm up about 2%. Oh, by the way, it includes the first week of the year. I was actually down by 2%. That was my drawdown because I don't recommend trading New Year's. Christmas time, first week of the year, I don't recommend trading it. I realized I was trading in the first week when I started this back test and I was getting chopped up. So that's why I had those losses right there. But um, even still, I still managed to get myself out of a 2% drawdown. I believe it was actually more than that. This is like 500 right there. This is like 1,000. This is like 1,300. Yeah, so it was probably like 3% drawdown, and 3% plus I'm currently up 2%. So I made like 5% since my peak drawdown, and 38 trades. So risking the same amount the entire time. So hopefully that makes sense. And y'all can see I can keep trading, keep trading. It's still gonna go up, even with losses, even with performance errors. And I'm gonna work on a few things, but I do not recommend trading these conditions. You see me trade some of the toughest conditions. I remember this time of the year. This is some super tough conditions because it had super low movement for the euro, and I was having some hard times, and I was looking into stocks and trading other things in the meantime instead of this pair. So when you see movement like this, and it's kind of grindy, sideways, low movement, stay away, avoid. There's so many other pairs to trade, all up, trade something else, and don't let low movement discourage you. So peace out, y'all, and thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure.